Hi, my name is Alexei, and welcome to my new vlog. In today's vlog, I want to talk about crows. So today, I want to talk not just about crows, but about crows in Japan. You know, I think that crows are an inherent part of Japanese cities. Whenever you come to Japan, you just cannot miss the multitude of crows here. They usually gather around big parks, and you can also often see them sitting on power poles and carking around. After some internet research, I have learned that there are mainly two crow species living in Japan. The first one is the so-called large-billed crow, or Hashibuto garasu. Hashibuto also means thick or large bill. Here are some of the features of the large-billed crow. Their length can be up to 60 centimeters. They have a rising forehead. Their feather color is bluish-black. They kind of hop when coming down to the ground, and they have a clear, carking voice. Large-billed crows originally lived in the forests, but they adapted to the city a while ago. My footage consists mainly of the large-billed crows. And then there is the second crow species living in Japan, called carrion crow, or also Hashiboso garasu. Hashiboso means thin bill, therefore their bill is thinner or smaller than that of the large-billed crows. Here are some of the features of the carrion crows. Their length can be up to 50 centimeters. They have a flat forehead. Their feather color is jet black. They walk when coming down to the ground, and they have a guttural, carking voice. Carrion crows like large spaces, so they usually live in the rural area of Japan. Crows do not enjoy a popular image in Japan. They are often seen as pests. They are noisy, and they pick on garbage bags, tearing them apart and making lots of mess on the streets. They apparently like to steal wire hangers from the balconies to build their nests. They will aggressively defend their favorite garbage sites against other crows. And in the breeding season in spring, there are reports of crow attacks on humans. Furthermore, the explosion of the crow population in Japan in the last years has led to the decline of other bird species, as crows are preying on the nestlings of other birds. sometimes attacking with such violence that the nest is destroyed. Add to all this a pinch of superstition and the image is complete. There is a phrase in Japanese which says "karasu naki ga warui," meaning that crows can sometimes caw differently, which means which is a bad omen, meaning that somebody will die or is dead. However, this dark superstition image is also inherent to European cultures, where crows are often depicted as witches' helpers or seen as a bad omen. Actually, crows had a good start in Japan. In Japanese mythology, there is a crow called Yatagarasu, or eight-span crow. Yatagarasu is a crow god and is a symbol of guidance. This great crow was sent from heaven to guide Japan's first emperor Jimmu on his journey. Crows were also seen as mark of rebirth and rejuvenation, since these animals cleaned up after great battles. Well, let's put the negative image and mythology aside. Here are some positive facts about crows. We have an extremely adaptive and intelligent bird. Crows are known for their problem-solving skills and their amazing communication skills. If a mean human encounters a crow, crow will teach other crows how to identify this human. In fact, research shows that crows don't forget a face. Wait a minute! I've seen that face before. Crows can use tools and make their own tools. Another example would be nuts or clumps which crows place on the roads when the traffic lights are red, so the shells can be cracked by passing by cars when the traffic lights turn green. Crows will often forage in groups. A group of crows is called a murder. You know, this is interesting, at least for me, as a non-native English speaker, since I was not aware before that a group of crows is called a murder. Crows mate for life, and I've seen such mates. At least I think they were mates. Like these two, grooming each other. Or these two, feeding each other. Like humans, crows are omnivores, which means that they can eat almost anything. Vegetables, plants, meat, insects. By the way, speaking of insects, have you watched my first vlog where I eat insects? If not, check it out. Crows deserve more respect and understanding. I think they are beautiful and fascinating creatures. And after all, they are just wild animals. They adapt in order to survive. And if they are a menace, well, you know, nature had been regulating itself until the human stepped in. Garbage can be put in solid containers and not in soft plastic bags. Crow population can be managed. Personally, I'm for humane methods of such management. But provided the circumstances, I'm not here to judge any harsh measures. I think that people should learn more about crows and their habits, so they can better coexist with them. That's it for today, my vlog about crows. As usual, stay tuned for the next videos and please subscribe. Thank you, see you soon.